My name is Sara Valentine, and I'm an associate professor of theater, and I'm the chair of the Department of Theater at USM. Theater was something I did a lot of in middle and high school because we had drama club in high school, and I loved it, and I loved performing and learning lines and working on props and the camaraderie of my friends in drama club. I think when I decided to go to college, I was intrigued by what we did in high school and was really hungry to learn more about the craft of theater and sort of get better at performing and also just learning what a professional theater does. The very first thing I ever did was I made props in 4th grade for some play about puppies. I don't remember what the play was or even if it was real or we made it up, but I made props. And then in middle school and high school we had drama club and I was part of that. And then I went to Ithaca College, which has a BA program in design and acting and musical theater. And so from there I decided after college to go to Minneapolis. So I spent 2 years in Minneapolis before I got an internship, a performing internship at the Milwaukee Repertory Theater, and then returned to the East Coast where I got my equity card in Philadelphia and I was performing professionally in Philadelphia, and then started my own company in Delaware, started doing children's theater and touring children's theater. In there went to graduate school, and then after working regionally for a number of years, decided that I wanted to teach and bring some of the knowledge I had gained in the industry to young artists and early career artists, and felt like I had some knowledge that I could pass on to early career theater people. I think the biggest thing that I took away out of making theater or making art during the pandemic is the necessity for people. I think it was great how we pivoted in the pandemic to forging relationships over Zoom, and then when we came out of the pandemic and were able to be in the presence of live audiences again, that is really what separates theater from, say, movie acting. The ability to get together and gather and share stories is the root of what we do. And then the conversations that came out of the pandemic around equality and diversity and whose stories we tell and who gets to tell those stories. Those were vital conversations that needed to happen, and I don't think a number of us knew they needed to happen until we were sort of forced to have them. But theater is in the moment, and it's personal, and it's collective, and it requires everyone being in the room together to have that shared experience. So one of the things I actually really love about theater is that every day is different. That is really what excites me, like what is today going to bring? I really love the problem-solving aspect of theater, the creative problem-solving that happens when it's like, that's not what we thought it was going to be. How are we going to pivot and change it? Or gosh, we have fewer rehearsal hours. How are we going to pivot and make it happen? So that kind of creative problem-solving aspect of theater, because it is process-oriented, but you also are delivering a product at the end of the day that has a deadline and tickets are on sale. So I think there's that aspect of creative problem solving that excites me about theater. I would say follow your heart, follow your passion. When I announced to my family that I was going to study theater, I think they were worried about what does that look like? What does a career look like? How are you going to make a living? Are you going to be happy? Because so much can be unpredictable in a fine arts career, and that can be risky. But I think I had such a strong desire. I didn't think there was anything else I really wanted to do. So if you love what you're doing, keep following that thread. The great thing about theater is that there are multiple avenues of expression, creativity, learning that you can pursue. There's so many what we would call transferable skills in theater about teamwork and collaboration and seeing something to completion and making something for the community that I think everybody would like to have in their organization, and that theater gives you the foundation for those skills.